What's happening, YouTube? Just a quick update on the entire Ludkins PSA ongoing situation. Um, Unfortunately, I can't get to my desk at the moment, so I'm stuck with this low budget me holding the mic. So unfortunately, just gonna have to deal with that. Hopefully, it isn't doesn't sound too bad. If you feel sorry for me though, make sure you leave a like and let me know what you think. So just to kind of get into things quickly, Ludkins, as acting as a middleman for a lot of UK PSA submitters, and they had an issue. They were unable to pay for some of the submissions that they had made on behalf of submitters, as I mentioned. So the problem was not necessarily divulged as clear as it could have been, but to put things kind of concisely, they at some point weren't able to pay, and then PSA obviously refused to return the orders to them to then distribute back to their clients and their customers, like myself included. I received an email the other day, which I thought was quite interesting. So, what PSA are attempting to do is actually take ownership of those graded cards that they graded for the obviously for Ludkins Collectibles customers. So, as far as I'm aware, they kind of highlighted that they were court proceedings in place to ensure that there was a takeover, so that all these graded cards, all these graded submissions that were made by Ludkins, everything within that belonged to PSA now. So I believe it's at the end of this year or the beginning. Obviously, we're quite close to the end of the year or the beginning of next year. That kind of process is going to take place. So Ludkins were given till the end of the year for this to take place. They really didn't highlight any particular response from Ludkins. So the hope is again, PSA will be able to do this. Obviously, it will all be legal and justifiable in court. So they'll be able to take a hold of all those submissions because they're basically, I guess, just leaving them in some kind of storage, in some kind of space there and awaiting Ludkins payments. That's obviously not going to happen anytime soon. I did get some correspondence again from Ludkins and did hear that they were trying to resolve the situation. Clearly, that's not been done. So PSA really want to take things into their own hands, take a hold of all those cards that they'd actually graded, and then submit them individually to the people. Deliver them individually to those people, like myself. So, if you didn't know and you're awaiting a Ludkins submissions for at least for UK-based submitters, there's a form you can fill out. All you'll need to do is probably Google PSA Ludkins UK form, submission form. And within that, you basically have to prove what your submission is. If you have the paperwork, that's perfect. If not, I'm not sure exactly how easy that's going to be. I don't know if you're going to take pictures of cards or you're able to identify all the cards in your submission without the paperwork. But ideally, you've still got the paperwork that you submitted with Ludkins. Obviously, they were PSA UK for that very brief period of time. And then once obviously you've done that, hopefully we'll hear back. And they've said it's going to take between 6 and 12 months realistically, which is a decent period of time. But I think personally, I'm just happy to get my cards back, and not ever have to deal with Barney Ludkins again because he is a complete piece of shit and time waster. So that's the update there. If anyone's got any additional information, feel free to share. And if you've got any other questions, I'd be happy to answer what I can. And thank you for checking out the video.